Top 7 World's Interesting Engineering. This ordinary-looking pot of yellow liquid is not orange juice, it's high-temperature slag freshly produced by a steel mill. The temperature reaches up to 1300 degrees Celsius, resembling a kind of magma. This slag can be recycled during cooling, so steel mills cool it together. To facilitate its transport, high-temperature slag is sent to the mills. The steel mills undergo a cooling process, and the slag is cooled too. To aid in transporting this high-temperature slag, a special truck was invented. Its back resembles a large pot. When in use, this pot first collects the solvent slag from the production line. The driver must then quickly drive the truck to a designated cleanup area. If delayed, the slag cools and solidifies in the pot, making it tough to clean. The cleanup area must remain dry, with no water present. If high-temperature slag contacts water, it evaporates instantly, complicating the cleanup. If not careful, the hot solvent slag can cause immediate evaporation upon water contact. To prevent the 16-meter diameter of the underground power plant from expanding to a point where a slag explosion might happen, in the blink of an eye, a pine tree becomes tightly bound as the rope is wound around and around it repeatedly. Have you ever witnessed a pine tree being wrapped up like this? As the annual Christmas season draws near, these bundled Christmas trees are prepared to be shipped out to the rest of the world within just a week's time. To expedite this process, 2 types of pine tree strapping machines were invented. The first machine was designed for egg trees that hadn't yet been cut down. Yes, the first was specifically for egg trees that had not yet been cut down. This machine skillfully controlled the circle around the roots of the pine tree, lifting it upward while the sliders on the circle pulled on the thin wires to rotate the straps. This way, the originally conical shape of the pine tree was transformed into a cylindrical shape that could be easily transported once the tree had been cut down. The second type of machine was designed to handle the roots of the previously cut pine trees by chaining them and dragging them sideways. Meanwhile, sliders in the cylindrical machine also pulled the thin wires around the trees, ensuring that the body of the pine tree was securely tied up in a cylindrical form. The volume will be reduced to 1/3, significantly lowering transportation costs. Conduit is inserted into the ground. Then, a yellow liquid is quickly injected into the ground. In mere seconds, this liquid expands rapidly into bubbles that are drilled to fill the gaps beneath the ground, lifting the sunken road surface. This liquid, when it comes into contact with air, rapidly expands and eventually solidifies into a solid block. The operation is straightforward. After discovering a depressed floor or road surface, a drill hole is made. If the floor's weight is small, the foam is directly injected through the catheter. The expanding foam alone can support the floor. However, if the weight is too large, jacks are used first to lift the floor to the level line. Once foam injection is complete and fully cured, the jacks can be removed from the road. A massive turbine is submerged into the water, and as long as water flows through it, it spins continuously, producing electricity. This represents a new type of turbine generator. What we're observing here is merely an image of what we've been testing. However, when it's fully operational, it will be installed on a specially designed transport ship. This ship will carry the turbine to locations with abundant water. Once it reaches the intended area, the slide rails on both sides of the turbine will be used to lower the turbine into the water. At this point, the turbine blades will begin rotating due to the current. The rotation of the turbine blades is initiated by the water flow. Because the power generator is strategically positioned on the outer edge of the turbine, it generates electricity every time the blades pass over it. This electricity is then directly transmitted to the shore using an underground power supply that has been pre-installed. This ensures the electricity reaches the storage facilities located on the shore. To prevent the use of the 16-meter diameter as a storage facility, specific measures are in place. The turbine is designed on the outer circle of the turbine so that every time the blades pass, electricity is generated. Electricity is transmitted directly to the shore through pre-laid underground cables to the power storage units and is transmitted to the shore via the underground cables. To prevent the 16-meter diameter turbine from spinning uncontrollably and causing harm to marine life, the turbine center is designed to be open, allowing fish to swim through freely. This feature is crucial for climbing enthusiasts. Even though it may only measure a few centimeters, slipping it into a rock crevice can securely hold you on a cliff. It's a climbing plug, and when climbing, it's quite enjoyable to attach a couple of them to your waist. When you reach a challenging spot and are unsure of your next move, you can detach it and pull the bar, enabling the 4 parts of the head to secure the rope. Upon reaching an unprotected spot, detach it from your waist, pull the bar, retract the 4 anti-skid wheels at the head, and insert it into a rock crevice. Once the bar is released, the wheels spring back, fitting securely against the rock face. When fitted correctly, this small tool can easily support a squat car. They come in various sizes, from small to large, to accommodate rock crevices of different widths. If the rock is too high to climb, bring several more. It's compact and light enough to break the chain with a sledgehammer blow. A strike from the sledgehammer will remove the chain of the sire bond. This is what occurs when a ship drops its anchor into the sea. The anchor itself weighs tens of tons, and it pulls along a chain that is as thick as a man's waist, sinking all the way to the bottom of the sea. Due to the rapid rate at which it descends, the entire process is pathologically stable, often requiring skilled and experienced masters to handle a sledgehammer themselves. It is not merely a matter of dropping it into the sea. It is quite common for the chains and the hairs of a ship's brakes to remain submerged in the sea for 10 days or even half a month. Due to the corrosive nature of seawater, it is not unusual to witness a brand new hair chain becoming shiny when it is lowered and then brought back up again. Additionally, numerous algae will attach themselves to it, making it impossible to stow the hair in a conventional manner. As a result, the crew will gather the hair chain and wash it on a regular basis. If this regular maintenance is not performed, a diver will be sent in with a high-pressure gun to wash off the attachments from the fur chain, ensuring that it stows properly. The soccer field was divided vertically into 2 distinct sections. By dividing the pitch vertically into several equal parts, it becomes unnecessary to control the grass to move entirely to one side and eventually conceal it beneath the ground. The space above can also be utilized to construct temporary basketball or tennis courts, among others, which significantly enhances the utilization of the pipe. The magic of this variant of the football pitch lies in the fact that beneath each blade of grass is a massive pallet weighing 15,000 tons, which facilitates the horizontal movement of the grass. At the very edge of the grass, a vertical lift is designed to elevate the grass upwards. At the far edge of the lawn, a vertical lift is designed to be transformed. A trailer drags the pallet to the lift opening, where a hidden frame extends to catch the pallet. Once the pallet is secured to the lowering rails, the frame retracts to allow the pallet to be lowered. This operation is repeated until all the lawn is deposited in the elevator shaft, where the lawn's maintenance is accomplished. Each layer of the lawn is equipped with a comprehensive irrigation and lighting system to preserve the outdoor environment to the fullest extent possible. Have you ever encountered a machine like this, where workers stand atop it, placing bricks into the synthetic grass? With every brick placed, the machine gradually retracts, and due to its substantial weight, the bricks stack more tightly, sliding down slopes and naturally